Hey guys, and welcome to Dark Circle 22 plays a game called Actual Sunlight. Now, a lot of things has been happening in my life, and I was like, you know what? I want to play something that's like depressing or something just to get my mind off of things and stuff like that. So, yeah, I saw this game, Actual Sunlight. I heard of the reviews, and I was like, damn, talk about a depressing game, I might as well play it. It's like an RPG Maker game. It's really 2D and stuff like that, but it was speaking to me, it was calling me, so I decided to go ahead and play it. Say in English. Oh, here you go. Please note, Actual Sunlight deals with extremely mature themes, including depression and thoughts of suicide. That's right up my alley, dude. Let's do this. Player discretion is strongly advised. This game is not appropriate for players under the age of 13. Yes, I want to play this game. Why kill yourself today when you could masturbate tomorrow? By Evan Winter? Evan Winter? Evan sounds like a good name. Evan Winter. I know what you're thinking. Why keep getting up? Day in and day out, even though your life is going nowhere. Oh shit. Am I controlling? No. No raises, no promotions, no hope, no future, and let's face it, no love. Let me put it on sleep. But don't feel bad for yourself. Feel bad for exploited immigrants who have their fingers shattered while stocking shelves on the graveyard shift and monolithic retailers. Feel bad for those soldiers of pointless wars who have their arms blown off by IEDs. Feel bad for the horrific damn, I can't even spell it, or maybe I can't even pronounce. Long-haul truck drivers who need every firm grass they have left in the dark roads and bottom-crashing races ahead. No matter how bad things get, none of these people can live the life that you can. A life of a pathetic, dick-punching resignation. You're lucky. You have food, you have water, and you have shelter. Shelter that specifically includes at least one room with a locking door, an internet connection, and a computer you don't share with your elderly parents. No king leaves you to exhaust from one type of hammering to indulge in another. No bishop lives to tell you not to bash yours. There's never been a better time in history of mankind to be completely, cripplingly, devastatingly alone. And yet here you are, thinking about giving up on all the good times. Not realizing that you still have so much to live for. That there's still so much to jerk off to. Oh, it's daytime now. After all, the world is alive. Alive with people as fat, shallow, and broken as you are. Alive with beautiful women that may have been lied to all their lives. Get on the buses bound for your pornography. Alive with the seething sadness of all of our breaking dreams. And I hope that you read these words and realize that there is still so much inside of you, just waiting to come out. I hope you promise to yourself to live to see the day that you truly fall in love at first sight. Lock your eyes onto a look that you've waited a lifetime to see. Hit the pause button, take a deep breath, and know that what would be and know what it would be like to be wanted, even if it isn't for the right reasons, by anybody. If only for a moment. Now this motherfucker's talking hella deep, dude. I feel sick. Little sad sigh animation. Patient transcript. Evan Winter. Why did you set your alarm clock for 5 a.m. every morning, even though you would never get up for it? Why hit snooze for 2 hours? I want to start exercising. I mean, look at me. I had to. Then why didn't you? I don't know. I guess the night before, you feel like tomorrow will be different. Every night you think tomorrow is the day you're going to do it. Start exercising? Start everything. Move the arrow keys. Press Z to interact. Note, try everything. And X to save and quit. F4 to toggle full screen. An e-reader. Definitely obsolete by now. Do people still use e-readers? Like the Kindles and stuff? Creative writing. 497 Yankee, University of Toronto. Instructor, Evan Winter. First day lecture notes. The first thing you should know about being a writer is that it will turn you into a person who will find every excuse not to write. In fact, like many things in life, the more you want it to happen, the stupider about it you'll get. A lot of people will never relate to this. A lot of people don't know what it's like to badly want something that very few people will ever get to have. Oh man, I'm getting distracted. It's reminding me of like shit I've been through. I'm not even talking about money or fame, obviously. Everybody wants that. I'm talking about a deeply felt desire to say something that is painful, in a way that's both beautiful and true. But without discipline, this desire will melt you into a crazy, miserable shithead. I'll give you an example. Remember when I decided that enough was enough? That I was finally going to get serious about becoming an author. I went straight for the nearest bookstore to buy every book about writing that I could get my hands on. I was prepared to do anything, absolutely anything, except actually sit down and write. There's so many books that I felt that I had to read before I could attempt to write anything, that I bought a $300 e-reader instead of trying to carry them all home. Of course, I also planned to actually read all the books that I had supposedly read in school. That e-reader sat on my nightstand and collected dust for years. Damn, so he's like, it's like baloney. Ooh, dresser. What's the interaction button? Oh, Z. Assembly instructions. Sawdust dresser. By Evan Winter. Attempt to open the box. Failed to do so. And rip corrugated cardboard into pieces until dresser parts are exposed. To consider insistence of two-person assembly and personal indictment of character and discrimination towards sad loners. Mutter homophobic indignities about uppity Scandinavians and their perfect little shoebox existence. Figure out the assembly of the dresser that will require actual tools and not just a syringe-thin alley key. Run downstairs to a convenience store that thrives on overpriced sundries and emasculate condominium man-children. Buy knockoff Chinese screwdrivers for 3 times normal retail price. 4. Assemble the dresser. Periodically stop to think alone, stretch out re-aggravated lower back injuries. My bad. Screw up assembly at the very end, such as the dresser looks completely fine, but drawers are fixed in place so that they do not actually open. Turn structure around completely, exposing open rear end side of dresser, and remove the top drawer entirely, rendering entire dresser as one giant open hole. Realize that nobody will probably ever see how fucked up this is. Then I wouldn't be the criteria if any girl is actually willing to come here in the first place. That you're probably just going to leave all your clothes hanging over furniture stuck in a dryer anyways. Live with it. So it's like, oh, that's why the drawer is like facing the wall. Review. A week. Something forums by Red Winter 47. Oh, is he doing reviews? The Something Awful forums? for fucking Alan Wake. I'm posting this review to think because the commentary that is built up around this game is nothing than a moronic circle jerk. People have taken the fact that some false silver artistic credibility has blown it out of ridiculousness as a way of feeling better about something that we all know is true about video games, that they are shitty. An aesthetic way of that we spend our shitty and what is that? Anesthetize, dude. Here I go again with my, obviously I'm not really my arithmetic, dude. What was I at? It is not great that the game is 10 different endings that require over 100 hours of average playtime to see. That's just a way of making you feel like you could feel special, which is exactly what you never have. It is not romantic that the game deals with broad themes of loneliness and despair. You are actually alone. You are actually in despair. You know, there's nothing romantic about it. None of it includes a longing gaze into the moonlight. It's just pizza pops and preservations until you have a stroke and your parents spend their retirement looking after you. Finally, it's not filled with rich, textured characters whose relationship and dialogue will pull at your heartstrings. Damn, this makes me want to play Alan Wake, dude. It is hours of endless drivel. It proffers completely off childish conceptions of intimacy and togetherness for the sole and pondering purpose of tricking you into the fake warmth of delusionally believing that you can relate to something that you only wish you did. And you believe these things because you are nothing. You never read a book that didn't have a dragon or a laser gun on the cover. You live in a filthy dark room with a laptop and soda-stained mousepad. And you play Alan Wake not because it is it about normal beings, but because you desperately wish you were a human being in the first place. But you are not. You are not the hero. You are the monster. User was banned for this post. Reason? Too long, didn't read. Faggot. Great. Great, dude. My tablet. Plugged it in over here. Transcript late night show. Guest, Evan Winter. Wait, what? Was he famous? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the author and comedian Evan Winter, about his breakout success. Is he really I know he's a writer, but he's a comedian? No, we don't have too many writers on the show. What do you think that has come a bit... But what do you think has become a bit different about your life since all of this happened? Well, I used to sleep with a tablet. What exactly do you mean sleep with? As in, you would hold it close? Well, it wasn't that intimate. But spreading out with it was definitely the only reason I needed this queen-size bed. Right. So now, would you presumably sleep with women? Yes, women. Definitely women. I mean, not every night, but a normal amount? A regular amount? Exactly. I'm a normal person now, and I'm good with that. You know, you sound like you're already married. I would love to get married. Marriage works. People always seem to think I wouldn't be up for it, but I totally am. Maybe it was all that sleeping with the tablet. You're a jokester. Time to fucking... So tired. Time to go back to sleep, dude? Oh, I guess so. Alright, let's see here. From Junior Assistant Executive Administrator CEO Office to the Director of Corporate Communications. So, in the subject, there is none. Would you like to look at our new transcript below? Develop a new messaging for traditional compensation interviews by COB. Program is excellent. So this probably is obviously in how your shop is telling HR to pitch it. Begin transcript. HRPV. Thanks for coming in this morning, Evan. Who the hell is HRPV, dude? HR? Vice President? I guess so. And here's this freaking corporate communications candidate, whatever. Closing door, sure. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances, time and time again. I said that one thing needs in this company. Besides our top executive talent are young people. Young people who just don't hold back to bed instead of waking up. Young people who don't just walk around in a trance as if they have no future. Young people who let their peers down, who won't let their peers down, even when they've asked to do more with less. Sounds like it would be a shame to lose young people like that. I couldn't agree more. That's why I really hope you consider staying on with us. Through our compensation package, we'll be transitioning from a direct model to an experimental one. A what? A new perspective. A new opportunity to really show us what you're made of. I just want to be completely clear on this. You're talking about no money, right? Well, the philosophy is that we're embracing something we call life stage-based compensation. We want to hone in on exactly what the needs are for each of the employee-based groups in current life phase. So, for an employee of your age and demographic profile, we know that all you're really looking for is mentorship, energy drinks, and a very, very high quality and quantity of work. That will really give you exposure to the professional environment that you're looking for. Hold on, I fucked up my mic. I'm 28 years old. That's not even that old. I'm not sure whatever demographic profile you're thinking I fit into. 28, dude? Well, a lot of factors there. I mean, there are people who have a family to support. And as you'll no doubt recall from our mission and vision statements, this is a family company. I watched 3 people who I know have young children leave here with boxes this morning. That's exactly why they were simply released. It would have been irresponsible of us to have them offer a transitional opportunity. We care enough to get them out there and back into the search for a paying position as quickly as possible. We have people who need them. Do you? Candidate exit interview ends. Damn. No, that was years ago. I gotta get up. Oh, look at this chair. I screwed up my back a long time ago. Now I have this fancy chair that will probably screw it up even more. A cable. I tried an antenna, but all I picked up was static and infomercials. Still, I'm sure they're charging me for it somehow. This is the only reason why I own a TV. Oh, he has a console. Should've got a computer. Then you could just get monitors instead of a TV. I started to use this de facto garbage bin for everything when it actually rot. It's full of plastic bags at the moment. The sink? I never use this. He's supposed to freaking learn how to cook. That's what the fucking problem. I need to take a shower first. Ooh. Let's take a piss. This place may be disorganized, but there are some things you've got to keep clean. Patient transcript. Evan Winter. What is your earliest memory of disliking yourself? When I was 15 or 16, I shaved for the first time. Immediately. My skin had a vicious reaction to it. Red everywhere. My neck all the way to my jawline were completely covered in huge bumps. And what is that shit called? Shaving rash or whatever the fuck it's called? You get like in the military, when I was in the military, you get like a fucking shaving profile. I didn't come out of my room for hours. I hate looking in mirrors and being in pictures to this day. Are you sure it wasn't just poor technique? People always ask that, or at least they look like they were thinking it. But no, I tried everything. It's like piano wire stabbing your face from the inside. And it survives beyond every 4-figure shotgun solution in existence. And what happened after you came out? Nothing really. But I knew what it meant. This is high school. You saw those kids with horrifically scarring acne. And it isn't like this looked any better. But from then on, I knew I was going to be one of those guys that girls would look away from for the rest of my life. That would be a very painful thing to believe. I guess it was the first time that I realized that you could just get dealt with a shitty hand. That there's... Damn, that could there... I feel for this guy, that there could be something wrong with you. And that there, no matter what, you would never be able to do anything about it. In a way, I think you were lucky to get as far as you did without learning that. Think of all the reasons in the world you could have learned that sooner. Reasons that could have been much worse. I don't really know what to say about that. You only live as yourself. And it's so sad, dude. Let's take a shower. Does it take like a shower and it's like miserable looking? Patient transcript, Evan Winter. Do you ever have suicidal thoughts? Oh, look at this. It's like the VA. Have any suicidal or... have any suicidal or whatever? Fucking shit. What, you mean right now? Are you implying their situation where you ordinarily would? I don't know. A decision like that seems like more responsibility than I could ever even take for myself. Sometimes I'll stand in the shower for a long time, slowly turning up the temperature until the water until it burns or hurts. Eventually, my body seems to adjust to the pain. And I'll turn it up again and again until it hurts so much that I can't go any further. And you think about killing yourself this way? By burning yourself? I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I think this is what suicide is. I just think that it's like what suicide is like. You think about suicide more than you have specific plans to commit suicide yourself. Is that correct? I guess. How often do you think of these things? A lot. How long have you been thinking this way? A long time. And how does it, thinking about why you want to do this make you feel? Frustrated? Tired? Hopeless? Reminiscent? Holy shit, dude. Go to the roof of the building and jump off? I have a lot of things to do today. Oh, dude. I better eat something and get to the office. Holy crap, dude. What was that, dude? What was that suicidal ideation there? I guess, man.